Alright, so first of all, I'm gonna turn this to shaded again, and I'm gonna save this, and I'm gonna name this bird. So I'm gonna put this as robot prototypes, and I'm gonna save this. And now I want to select my piece, which is the robot itself, and I'm gonna clone it. I'm gonna call this one robot 01. So this is going to be our main robot. I'm gonna hide anything that's not selected. And okay, I did a big mistake. I'm gonna delete this. First of all, I want to attach anything since I've detached the head and in order to add the other piece. So now I can select it and attach those two pieces as one. Alright, so for the version of this one, we can delete this and we can move it back down. It's not gonna make a big difference actually, but what I try to show you is a quick way of extending the geometry and so on. So I'm gonna move this up and I'm gonna clone this and call it robot01. I'm gonna hide anything that's not selected, and now I'm gonna actually change a little bit of it. So you can see that we have the eyes here, so you can make quick UV exchange on this, like go to elements and turn this off. And now I want to select the eye. So if I go in here and select this, you can see that I have selected both eyes. So I want to deselect one of the eyes, and I'm gonna press F2 so I can see it only in here, because like this with F2 one more time I don't see what's going on under it. So I will select it like this so I can see it, and I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna rotate it, and I want to offset it just to the one side, so I have reflection going on and happening on the same side. So I'm gonna select the other piece, and I'm gonna also rotate it like that. I don't have to worry about UVs because this is cylinders and they're kind of neutral like this, but I'm just gonna experiment and find a good position for highlights. So this is kind of okay, and let's try it with the other one, something similar like this. Okay, so I'm kind of a little bit happier with it, more than it was before. So I'm gonna convert this to poly now, and I'm gonna unhide and hide our first robot. So for our second robot, I'm gonna make a few drastic changes. For example, okay, let's lose the helmet, and let's lose one of the eyes. Let's detach this one. So I'm gonna affect the pivot points and center it to the object. I'm gonna move it to 0 by X. And now I can, for example, scale the eye, make it bigger, lose the jaw, and move this down like there. Also, I can select the entire piece of this and detach it, and now reattach it with the heads, and I can probably scale this down just quickly, and probably we can add back the helmet. So okay, let's scale this slightly up, and I'm gonna head over and select this one, duplicate the helmets, and I can quickly move this back down and make him a little bit more interesting, like put the helmet on one side, like he's a worker that's kind of tired and so on. That's not the most loyal robot or something. He looks kind of fun. The helmet is a bit too big, so I'm gonna scale it down. So I'm gonna attach this to the piece now, and okay, let's move the helmet on the side a little bit. Right, so this is one of the variations, and now I have two robot pieces that look similar. I'm gonna make a third one. I'm gonna clone this, make a copy, hide anything, and now okay, let's select the head. Actually, let's select anything that's on the head, and what I can do is I can scale this on the side, make sure I have the selection set. So I'm gonna try to increase this. I'm gonna try to make this a little bit bad looking robots. For example, I can select one of the eyes and make it a little bit bigger than the other one and position it down. Like this. I can select the whole head and probably move it up forward and up. And here I can use this trick, which was rotating the other piece up. So now I can just place this, scale it down, and leave it like that, a little bit down. So probably scale this slightly up and select anything and move it, and you select this and move anything up one more time. So now we can attach anything, and the helmet we can scale it to actually we're gonna rotate this on the side since he has a little bit bigger eye and it's kind of protecting this piece. Just improvise with the scaling. Here like this. So find hide all, I have quickly created three kind of versions of robots for those guys. So if you look at them, you can see that they're not too different, but after all, you can create different robots from just one, since you have baked anything correctly and you can reuse those pieces. And since they're kind of very low poly, you can allow yourself to build entire pieces if you know that, for example, those areas are going to be visible. Otherwise, you don't have to model and texture them. But since I try to work as efficient as I can, this is one of the ways that I do robots for iPad games and other things, that I try to keep myself efficient, and anything I do is try to keep it optimized and so on. And as well as try to do one texture, but from that texture extract a lot of information which I can use for different types of sets of robots. So if you can use those pieces for something else, it's great. Just keep in mind that we use this to assemble a robot, but you can make anything from it, like a spider or something else, using the legs and the other pieces. This is like a domino or some kind of a puzzle which you do. The high poly piece that was done was just the basic representation of one of the robots, but from it you can make his bigger brothers, like, let's put it like that, in a way so you can understand it easily. So this is for the modeling of this robot, so I'm gonna put all those at 0, 0, 0. And I'm gonna put them in different layers. So this is going to be robot 01. I'm gonna add it there, hide it. This is going to be robot 02. And this is going to be robot 03. So in our next chapter, we're gonna start to rig those guys. Actually, before that, just make sure that we have attached this. Alright, so in our next chapter, we're gonna move on and we're gonna go and rig our original robot. So we're gonna start to prepare a cat rig for this guy in our next chapter.